Hey guys, Stephen here. Manchester City have just beat Porto 3-1 in what was in general not the most exciting games, but ended on a lovely, positive, wonderful note. And we're going to talk about that game in loads of detail and go through your questions. But as ever, I want to say thank you to the wonderful people over at OneFootball. Click the link in the description below. Please go download the app. It's absolutely excellent and you help support this channel and you get all your Manchester City news and basically all the kind of stats that you need to know about and all that kind of stuff, and you won't regret it, I promise you. It's a fantastic app with everything you need to know about Manchester City. Go and download it in the link in the description below. Let me know if you've downloaded it as well, because it helps support this channel and it's absolutely fantastic, as wonderful as Ferran Torres in many ways. So go download it in the link in the description below right now. But yeah, guys, that was pretty good, wasn't it? Manchester City have beaten Porto 3-1. If we're being honest, in a relatively forgettable game of football. Hello to everyone joining in, by the way, to Mojis, to Kevin De Bruyne, to Anthony and everyone else, and Greg and Moj, and all the regulars back from the watch along as well. But that wasn't a classic by any stretch of the imagination, but not every game of football needs to be a classic. And what you can try and grab from a game like this is a positive story here or there, something to grab onto, something emotionally that kind of gets you going. And for me, we're going to talk a little bit about Ferran Torres and Phil Foden, and as Nova just said, those electric substitutes. I want initially to talk a little bit about the referee, by the way. Absolutely comical. Of referees in the Champions League, do they just get together and decide who can be the worst? And they're like, you, my friend referee, you are terrible. I can be even worse somehow. What's that? Pepe's just kicked someone. Famous shithouser Pepe's just kicked someone. Should I check VAR? Probably not. It's Pepe. I'm sure he's done absolutely nothing wrong. I'm perfectly incompetent and I don't even care about it. What is wrong with these referees, man? They're absolutely useless. But that is football in the Champions League. Like, he was just dishing out yellow cards, like fucking Santa at Christmas dishing out presents. He was absolutely ridiculous. What was he doing? Genuinely, like, terrible refereeing, but we move on and we got the 3 points, and that is literally all that matters. We complain about English refs as well, but Champions League referees are so much worse. They are just terrible. They are truly terrible. I mean, literally, absolutely awfully bad. It wasn't a great game, though. If you go on to Manchester City's performance, it was not a great game at all. Concerning levels of inactivity, if I'm being honest, it felt very much like a Carabao Cup game. It genuinely did. It felt disjointed. It felt a little bit too slow, and there wasn't too much going on. But, importantly, we got the 3 points, and there was some stories. As I was saying a minute ago, you got to grab onto a story here or there, a reason to feel positive. And to me, Ferran Torres and Phil Foden, if you're watching my watch along, I was crying out for those two to be brought on at half time because I wanted a bit of youthful enthusiasm, you know. I think they're both 20 at the moment, correct me if I'm wrong. Two youthful players with loads of endeavour, loads of eagerness to impress, and look what happened when they came on. The energy, the spark in the game, it immediately burst into life, and we got the 3 points. And Ferran Torres' goal, 20 million, this kid. 20 million pounds. Foden with the assist, which was the easy part of the goal, but Ferran Torres stepping inside his defender so clinically and then finishing it into the far corner with a wonderful finish. This kid cost only 20 million pounds and he's going to be worth every single penny. Don't forget, by the way, if you are new to the channel, please do hit that like button. If you're watching now, please also do hit that like button, and also please subscribe. It's good to get those subscribers going up and it means absolutely loads, and please also hit the notification button. But Foden and Torres, they were good. They were the spark for me that I wanted to see. And it's good to see those players come on and make the difference. I think largely, if we're going to play without Kevin De Bruyne because he's injured, what we really need to see is players that make something happen. And Foden's a very similar level to De Bruyne in terms, not level, he's a very similar style of player to De Bruyne in terms of he's all about the goals and the assists. And he's always on the front foot and he's always trying to make things happen. And I think largely, Bernardo has a similar trait, but he's nowhere near as... he hasn't got the same output that Foden's got in terms of, like... Foden's just pure assist and goals, that's what he is. And we played in midfield today that doesn't really have that kind of direct nature. And I think basically De Bruyne's not there. We have to play Foden in midfield every now and then. I was delighted for Phil Foden to get on and show what he could do, actually in his preferred position for once. It's so frustrating watching Foden come out on the left wing, and not get a chance to impress in the middle. He's a central attacking midfielder. That is his best position. Let him get some game time there. And let's give more game time to Ferran Torres. For what it's worth, I am genuinely in favour of giving Ferran Torres an easy introduction to the team. I think it's a good idea. But we have to start to don't neutralise him. Nurture is the word I was looking for, not neutralise. Nurture this talent. Otherwise, we'll neutralise him, basically. And he showed today how good he can be. A lot of people talking about Kyle Walker in the comments. comments. You're spot on, people. Kyle Walker was absolutely fantastic today. Kyle Walker, he may have the odd brain fart every now and then. He may have the odd bad game, but Kyle Walker, I'm sorry, he's so worth every single penny we spent and more. Kyle Walker is a fantastic world-class fullback, and the desire, the work rate, the pace. He's a physical freak. He's an absolute freak of nature. I'm so glad that we've got Kyle Walker. You have to appreciate him. You have to admire Kyle Walker's excellence, his endeavour, his work rate, because Kyle Walker is absolutely fantastic. Elsewhere, defensively, the goal we conceded was diabolical. Of course, Diaz made a poor pass. But you make one mistake, don't make a second mistake because you're going to concede a goal. If you make a second mistake, sure as hell don't make 3 or 4 mistakes as well. Honestly, the weakness in that defence of that, what was Cancelo doing? That was piss poor defending. Both Cancelo and Garcia both going, oh, don't shoot, please don't run past me. Just fucking grow a pair and do some actual defending. Like, Cancelo, I don't hate either of these players, but it was just genuinely bad defending. It was no coincidence, in my opinion, that our defensive insecurities came from the left-hand side. A right back who can't defend anyway. I like Cancelo going forward. He can't really defend. A right back playing at left back, and Garcia, he's just not a very good defender as an instinctive defender, in my personal opinion. Don't put those two on the same side. Do not put them on the same side at all, ever. I would rather Diaz over there covering for Cancelo and Walker covering for Garcia, but whatever. Genuinely poor. Either way, a poor goal. But we got the 3 points. That's literally all that matters. Genuinely all that matters in a game like this. City aren't playing great football at the moment, but we are missing many players. Certain players aren't... certain players, I guess, aren't at full fitness. Aguero clearly isn't at full fitness. He just isn't. He's looking a bit... Lacking sharpness. What we need to know now with Aguero, and I'm hoping it is just lack of fitness, because the Aguero that we know and love, we know when he has an injury, it takes him 5 or 6 games to find that rhythm again. It always does. I don't see any reason now, given Aguero's age, why that would suddenly change. He's going to need time. What I'm hoping with Aguero that Father Time hasn't caught with Aguero. I'm hoping that he's not suddenly just old, I'm sure he isn't just old, though I am a little bit nervous about that. But I'm hoping Aguero just needs some match fitness, because he was a little bit off the boil today, if I'm being honest. Scored a good penalty, don't get me wrong, but largely he was a bit off the boil. As Gaming Lee as well just said, please do smash that like button. 400 people watching. Please do hit that like button. It helps support this channel. It's really appreciated. Let's get to 200 likes during this video. In terms of everyone else on the pitch, Diaz was fine. Edison was fine. Walker was really good. Ake, unfortunately, obviously had picked up the injury before the game, so he wasn't involved. I'm hoping it's nothing more than a niggle. Guardiola said he's got a niggle in the groin, which sounds incredibly painful regardless, because it's in the wrong area for an injury. I'm sure, hopefully, it's just a precaution, though. Rodri is... people are very split on Rodri. I think Rodri's a very good footballer, but he doesn't... The problem Rodri's got is he's not Fernandinho, We've been used to this freak of nature that is Fernandinho. A guy who can do absolutely everything that we possibly ask for him. I'm not sure Rodri can do that. I'm not going to hate him for not being able to do that, but I'm just literally genuinely not sure that he can do that. He can't be everywhere that we want, and we have to be a different team basically when he's on the pitch. I thought Gundogan was a little bit sloppy. I genuinely did. I'm not trying to hate on Gundogan. I'm a fan of Gundogan. I think he's a very intelligent footballer. But Gundogan was a bit sloppy, but then he scored a wonderful goal. So what do I know about football? Well, I know that a good goal doesn't make a performance unsloppy all of a sudden. Gundogan was okay. A bit sloppy by his own standards. I thought Mahrez was sloppy as well, if I'm being honest. I thought Sterling was a little bit sloppy as well. It wasn't really a game blessed with good performances until the second half. Then we saw some spark from Foden and Torres, thankfully. Also, we saw Fernandinho pick up an injury. I mean, naff. Fernandinho subbed off for Stones to stand there, look pretty for a minute or two. I'm hoping it's nothing serious for Fernandinho, but this really is injury FC at the moment. Everyone is getting injuries. It's just so frustrating. It's so frustrating watching players pick up injuries, but it is what it is. I mean, the big thing a lot of people asked about before the game was, should Garcia be playing at all? I don't know. I don't think he should be, personally. I think largely, if you want to go and you don't want to stay at the club, you should probably move on. But that's what it is. Garcia obviously has some value to Guardiola. I don't think he's good enough. I don't think he's good enough for one, and also I don't think he should be playing if he wants to leave, but it is what it is. Big love to Jack, by the way, for the super chat. Jacques Langry said, call me over-eager, Jack. Okay, you're over-eager. I'll finish your point first. Jack said, call me over-eager, maybe even reactionary, but at this point I want to see Torres starting over Sterling. I wouldn't personally go that far. I kind of want to see him, but I want to see Torres get a chance to prove he deserves to start over him, if that makes sense, Jack. I think Sterling plays far too many games of football. I think Sterling is literally ran into the ground at all times. But I agree about the enthusiasm for Torres. This kid cost us 20 million and he's direct. He's technically excellent. He will equal goals and assists. So give this guy a go, you know. Why not? Maybe get him challenging Mahrez and Sterling. Neither of those should be undroppable. And I like Torres' direct nature. He's obviously a natural finisher as well, by the way. Like, he's already going to... I think if he plays regularly, he will score 15 goals a season quite easily. But Jack, thank you so much for the comment, mate. I really appreciate it. Jack on the super chat there. Thank you so much for anyone who gets involved with the super chat. Super Jacks? Super chats. You know I do this full time, so it really does. I really do appreciate the support. But what do you reckon to Jack's comment, by the way? Would you want to see Torres start over Sterling? I'm not sure I'm there yet, but what I do want to see is him play more games. I can't disagree with that. Ajama saying, I like Torres because he's always direct. He doesn't pass it back all the way to Edison. Yeah, I mean, I like it. I like the directness in general. I think you have to have a little bit of arrogance to your game, a little bit of directness, and there's something to be said about a player who just gets you going, you know. Ben Smith reckons Torres over Mahrez every week. Jack reckons the same. I'm not going to comment on Mahrez. I mean, I think Mahrez was poor today. By the way, my opinion on Mahrez, if anyone wants to know, is I think Mahrez is a very good footballer, but not necessarily, like, personally, the kind of player that I like at Manchester City. It's just a preference. I like players who are direct and aggressive. It's just me. Mahrez isn't direct and aggressive. Great footballer, technically excellent, does some magical things at Manchester City. Really appreciate him, but he's not the kind of player that personally I prefer. But a lot of people do, so fair enough. I understand that entirely. I'm not going to say you're wrong. Oh, Jacob. Oh, can we all just send a bit of love back to Jacob there? Jacob, nothing to add, just sending some love. Jacob Chelinsky. If I don't follow you, by the way, on Twitter already, Jacob, DM me, mate, so I can give you a follow back. It's the least I can do. Jacob, sending some love across wherever you are. I don't know where you are, but from Manchester to you, Jacob. Thank you so much for the support, mate. I really appreciate it. And all these guys here, by the way, are my channel members who help support this channel. Thank you so much, by the way. Jacob, you're a hero. Stone should have started over Garcia, to be honest. That's Shaquille's opinion. Shaquille reckons Stone should have started. Maybe you should have, mate. Maybe you should have, Shaquille. Maybe Stones isn't fully fit yet, potentially. Jacob's in Germany. Jacob, I'd love to be in Germany, Jacob. We went to go to Berlin, me and Nicola. Jacob. We went to go to Berlin in April, but unfortunately it was cancelled, obviously, because of COVID. One day we'll get over there again. But yes, Stones might have started Shaquille, but obviously I'm not sure if he's fully match fit yet. We'll see, I guess. But I think Stones always over Garcia, personally. Talk about the referees, please. Rui, at the start of the video, I did rant about the referees. I said they're absolutely fucking useless. Seriously, they spend so much time trying to see who could be the worst in the Champions League. They're truly terrible referees. Pepe should have been off. Some of those yellows were comical. Absolutely awful. Genuinely awful. The referees are terrible in this competition. Why the VAR wasn't checked for Pepe sending off, I have absolutely no idea. But that is the Champions League for you. Farcical nonsense, but that's the Champions League. We think the referees in the Premier League are bad. Somehow these are worse. Jacob, if I'm in Berlin, we will say hello. We were meant to go there. Maybe we'll be back next year. Who knows? But at the moment, it ain't happening. But one day, we were going to see Foles over there, one of our favourite bands, on Nicola's birthday nonetheless, but it was cancelled, which was gutted. But maybe if it's rearranged, we'll go over there, but we'll see. I hope we reach the final this time around. Asande, I think we all do, Asande, but who knows? But largely, this wasn't a great performance. I can't pretend it was. It was nice to see some positivity towards the end, but it was very flat. I'm not worried yet, because, I mean, there's so many weird circumstantial moments. Obviously, the season's a very strange one, and it's still in its ascent stage. It's very early on in the season, and I want to see a little bit more, but it wasn't a great performance, even if there were some things to grab onto. I want to see a little bit more from Manchester City. I want to see a little bit more. I genuinely want to see a little bit more. I just saw on Twitter, by the way, that NASA are going to announce something about the moon. What's that about? NASA going to announce something about the moon. That's mad. What are NASA talking about the moon for? Has he got coronavirus or something like that? God knows. That's a total diversion there, but I've seen us any City news and I saw that. Apparently, I love this. Fernandinho, according to Sam Lee, enjoyed one of the Porto staff swearing about the penalty so much that he spent the rest of the half really exaggerately shouting, taking the piss in Portuguese. Fucking amazing. Oh, man. I bloody love Fernandinho. Fernandinho taking the piss out of their bench in Portuguese. Incredible. Ferner, I absolutely love you. Ferner, what a hero. Also, Bertrand Stridham just dropping the donation there. Thank you, Bertrand. No comment, unfortunately, but Bertrand, big love to you, pal. Back to Fernandinho, by the way, just mugging off Porto's bench. What a guy. That's a landing 4G on the moon with Nokia, Steve. Maybe it's a blue moon. Maybe it is indeed. But what are you on about, Kieran? No idea what you're on about. God knows what's going on. Thoughts on Gundogan. Abby, I don't think Gundogan was very good. It is worth noting that Gundogan did have... did indeed have... He had corona. You know, he's lacking match fitness a little bit. So we'll see. We'll see if he finds his form a little bit. I think Gundogan's a good player, but I thought today he was a little bit too sloppy. You know, a little bit too sloppy, but scored a wonderful goal. So we'll see. Pepe, master of the dark arts. Eric, I'm not even sure he's a master. I mean, he should have just got sent off. He was just dumb. I don't know how with VAR Pepe wasn't sent off. I mean, there was nothing there that was clever, if that makes sense. He was just dumb. He should have been sent off, but for whatever reason, they didn't check VAR, which is fucking weird, you know. But for whatever reason, he gets away with these things. Maybe he is master. Kieran, NASA putting 4G connectivity on the moon ready for longer term human stays on the moon. Generally, you can Google it. Oh, is that actually true? That's mad. They're putting 4G. Why not 5G? They're putting 4G on the moon. Crazy. Pepe is a fraud. He's a fraud. He's an old man now. He's shite, isn't he? The ref was indeed shambolic. Guys, that was a good performance. It wasn't a great performance, but we got the job done. I'm going to end it there. Thank you so much for all the support. No, I won't, because Kevin De Bruyne just dropped a comment. Oh, Kevin De Bruyne. They had a player called Jesus Corona. They did indeed, oh, Kevin De Bruyne. Honestly, when every time he was on the ball, it was just a reminder of how shit things are at the moment. Fuck you, Jesus Corona. Not really. I'm sure he's a very nice person, but you must hate being called that. That really upset me. I didn't need to be reminded constantly during football. Kevin De Bruyne. Oh, Kevin De Bruyne. Hero, thank you so much for the comment. I appreciate it. Jesus Corona. What a terrible name, unfortunately. But yeah, I'm going to start to end it here. Guess who's back again? Steven's back. Tell your friends. Guess who's back? Back again. Steven's back. Tell your fans. Guess who's back? Guess who's back? Guess who's back? Dale just dropping a bit of Slim Shady. A bit of Slim Esteemed Kompany there. I guess not. Oh, where was Nathan Ake? People asking about Nathan Ake. Ake unfortunately has a bit of a groin injury according to Guardiola. It's only a niggle apparently. You noticed it this morning, so hopefully it's only precautionary. We'll see. Hopefully it's only precautionary. Ake's a very good player. We could have done with him today. Please do download OneFootball, by the way, in the link in the description below. It helps support this channel. It's a fantastic app. It's absolutely free. So there's a link in the description. Click it on your phone and download it. It'd be massively appreciated. And it helps support this channel loads. And it's a fantastic app. There's no reason not to, really. It's absolutely fantastic. But anyway, I'm going to end it here, guys. Thank you so much for the support. I am tired. I'm going to chill and drink my rum and coke. City of 131. I'm delighted. If you are new to the channel, please do hit that subscribe button. Give this video a like as well. Thank you for all the support in the comments. Thank you for all the support in the watch along. Like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. I'll be doing a 5 things learned tomorrow morning. And for the members who are on the second tier, I'll be doing a match ratings video tomorrow. For now, though, I love you all loads. Have a wonderful evening. And City of 1-3-1. Ferran Torres scoring Gundogan and, of course, Sergio Aguero. Love you all loads. In a bit. Subscribe, like, comment. Come on, City.